How's it going, everyone? Austin Honecker here. I just wanted to come on here for a while and give him a review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dark from last night, which was September 21st, 2021. I gotta say, it was awesome from start to finish. For the matches, match one, it was Wardlow versus JDX. That was a squash match, but the ending to it, Wardlow went over with the casualty of war. Match two, it was Big Swole versus Alley Catch. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Big Swole went over with the Dirty Dancing. Match three, it was Proud and Powerful, which are Santana and Ortiz versus Chaos Project, which are Luther and Serpentico. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Proud and Powerful went over cause Ortiz pinned Serpentico with a double reverse facebuster from Santana and Ortiz. That was match three, by the way. Match four, it was Joey Janella versus Dylan Mcqueen. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Joey Janela went over with the Death Valley Driver. That was match four, by the way. Match five, it was Ty Conte versus Marina Tucker. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Ty Conte went over with the DDT. That was match five, by the way. Match six, it was the Nightmare Family, which are Lee Johnson and Brock Anderson versus Luke Curtis and Cameron Stewart. That was a great match, but the ending to it, the Nightmare Family went over because Lee Johnson pinned Luke Curtis with the Frog Splash. Match seven, it was FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler versus Stallion Rogers and Cameron. Match seven. Match seven. It was FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler versus Stallion Rogers and Anthony Green. That was a great match, but the ending to it, FTR went over because Cash Wheeler pinned Stallion Rogers with a Brainbuster Falcon Arrow combination. Match eight, that was match seven, by the way. Match eight, it was the Bunny versus Xtina K. That was a great match, but the ending to it, the Bunny went over with the Down the Rabbit Hole. Match nine, it was Lance Archer versus Marcus Cross. That was a squash match, but the ending to it, Lance Archer went over with the Blackout. Match 10, it was the Dark Order, which are John Silver and Alex Reynolds versus the Wingmen, which are Ryan Nemeth and Peter Avalon. That was a great match, but the ending to it, the Dark Order went over because Alex Reynolds pinned Peter Avalon with a roll-up. Match 11, that was match 10, by the way. Match 11, it was Daniel Garcia versus 5. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Daniel Garcia went over with the sharpshooter. Match 12, it was, that was match 11, by the way. Match 12, it was The Factory, which are QT Marshall, Aaron Solo, and Nick Camarado versus Sean Maluda, Cole Carter, and Darian Bankston. That was a great match, but the ending to it, The Factory went over cause QT Marshall pinned Sean Maluda with the Diamond Cutter. That's match 12, by the way. Match 13, match 13, it was Colt Cabana versus J.D. Drake. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Colt Cabana went over with a diving moonsault. That was match 13, by the way. And match 14, which was the main event, it was Eddie Kingston versus Bronson. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Eddie Kingston went over with the back fist to the future. Well, after the match, Eddie Kingston got on the microphone and cut a promo talking about how Bear Bronson was a tough son of a bitch and how he himself is hurting with his neck and his jaw and everything. And then Eddie Kingston also talked about how Eddie Kingston also thanked the crowd at the Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida, for attending AEW Dark and everything. And then Eddie Kingston was saying, but now I got business to take care of. So Suzuki Goon, Lance, and the legendary Suzuki, this Friday on AEW Rampage Grand Slam, me and John Moxley, we're coming for you both, and we're going to kick both your asses and everything. And then Lance Archer came out, and so Lance Archer and Eddie Kingston started brawling and beating the shit out of each other, and the referees had to come out and break it up and everything. That was cool. Now besides all that, Wardlow cut a promo and was saying, tonight I'm going to prove that Wardlow cut a promo and was saying, tonight I'm going to prove, as always, that this is Wardlow's world and everything. That was cool. Now besides all that, Taz and Excalibur done commentary throughout the whole show. They done awesome as usual. And the referees for the event were Mike Posey, Paul Turner, and Aubrey Edwards. Okay. Paul Turner refereed the match between Wardlow versus JDX. Mike Posey refereed the match between Big Swole versus Alley Catch. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between Proud and Powerful versus Chaos Project. Mike Posey refereed the match between Joey Janella versus Dylan Mcqueen. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between Ty Conte versus Marina Tucker. That was Aubrey Edwards, by the way. Mike Posey refereed the match between the Nightmare Family versus Luke Curtis and Cameron Stewart. That was Mike Posey, by the way. Paul Turner refereed the match between FTR versus Stallion Rogers and Anthony Green. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between The Bunny versus Xtina K. That was Aubrey Edwards, by the way. Mike Posey refereed the match between Lance Archer versus Marcus Cross. That was Mike Posey, by the way. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between the Dark Order versus the Wingmen. Paul Turner, that was Aubrey Edwards, by the way. Paul Turner refereed the match between Daniel Garcia versus Five. Mike Posey refereed that was Paul Turner, by the way. Mike Posey refereed the match between The Factory versus Sean Maluda, Cole Carter, and Darian Bankston. That's Mike Posey, by the way. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between Colt Cabana versus J.D. Drake. And that was Aubrey Edwards, by the way. And Paul Turner refereed the match between Eddie Kingston versus Bear Bronson. All the referees done awesome as usual. Now, the match card for tonight's AEW Dynamite Grand Slam, it's going to be... all the referees done that on AEW Dark done awesome as usual. I may have forgot to say that, but I'm going to say it again. But anyway, the match card for AEW Dynamite Grand Slam tonight, it's going to be Britt Baker versus Ruby Soho for the AEW Women's title. Sting and Darby Allin versus FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler. Cody Rhodes versus Malachi Black. Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega. And MJF versus Brian Pillman Jr. Those are the matches that have been announced. Now, besides the matches that have been announced, CM Punk will be appearing live. So the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite Grand Slam looks like it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it and everything. Can't wait to see it. I'll be watching it tomorrow morning. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here for a while and give them a review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dark from last night, which was September 21st, 2021. Like I said, it was awesome from start to finish. And with that being said, my name is Austin Honecker, and I will catch your ass down the road. Peace out.